Hi-hat. 808. Jay.
Ready?
Let's go get him.
We are students from the University of Santo Tomas. Oh, we are already in our graduating year. Oh, very good. Like to conduct an interview.
Sure.
English skills.
Sure, why not?
Thank you.
Sit down. So, what can I do to help you?
We have a set of questions that we like to ask.
Sure. Go ahead. What are your questions?
Sir, can you please kindly tell us what are the essential elements of communication?
Oh, actually, there are two vital elements in the process of communication. There's the speaking and listening. Because in a conversation, a person's not only a speaker, but also a listener.
So, in performing both those roles, does a speaker becomes more of a communicator?
Yes, the speaker is also a communicator in the sense that there are exchanges in ideas and in sentiments. That's why it is important that the speaker listens at the same time speaks his mind.
So at the time that we were working with our research paper,
Yes,
the name Eugene White appeared.
Yes,
So what do
he's
you
my
think
best friend.
his contribution in the realm of communication?
Eugene White had a big contribution in communication. He invented the eight stages of communication. It is 8 cycles that we need in order to communicate effectively towards our audience. By the way, do you have any idea of those cycles?
I think I know the answer. Wait.
Yes, come on, think. You can do it.
Thinking, symbolizing, expressing, transmitting, receiving, decoding, reacting, and monitoring.
Yes, very good. You're so smart. What about you guys? Didn't you know any of those?
All I know is thinking.
Oh, very good.
So, I'll ask you something. When something gets in your mind, let's say an idea, a concept, or something interesting, what do you do?
Let me. I think, right?
You think?
Yes.
Elaborate. How do you think? Come on.
I think about the expressing it, or I think about anything.
Yes.
I want to communicate.
Yes.
That's all I do, I think.
Because when you think of the appropriate words that can best convey the idea is important. Then while you're doing that, you can actually formulate sentences mentally until the time that you are satisfied with what you have constructed. After which, you express this to the persons you want to communicate with. Okay?
Oh, that's it.
So it ends there. I thought there were more stages.
There are more actually. There are plenty of stages. But as you express your thoughts, sound and light waves are received by your listeners. And these are decoded by your brains. Because our brains are very powerful. You know? Brains are very powerful. They interpret those messages and later on, they give feedback on what they hear. They give comments. So what can you say? You were saying something a while ago?
I was thinking.
Oh, you were thinking. Very good.
And so you can perceive what I think while I'm talking, right?
Yes.
And you see what I do.
Yes.
While I'm talking to you.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So am I an effective communicator?
Very effective. Very well done, my friend.
So thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yes.
We had everything. We had
Yes.
everything. So thank you, sir.
Yes.
Thank you for your time.
Yes.
So about the cycles and the communication processes.
The 8 stages in communication is thinking, symbolizing, expressing, transmitting, receiving, decoding, reacting, and monitoring.
Very good. I'm glad to hear that you all learned very many things. Very, very much.
Well, thank you, sir.
Yes.
Thank you for
Why
the
are you
time.
standing?
Thank you for the time, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yes, yes, yes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yes.
You
See you
guys.
next time.
Yes.
Good morning,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
good
Can
morning.
we interview you for our English paper?
Oh, yes.
Okay. While we were conducting our research, the name Roman Jacobs not appear. So, what do you think he studies affect communication? How do you think?
Well, he gave us a guide that as we speak, we should have a purpose and it should be in the context or in the situation.
What are these different components? And can you kindly elaborate?
Well, the first of which is the speaker. He's the source and he should be have the mastery of the subject, and to get the listener's attention, he or she must have exude confidence and authority. And you should also not forget about nonverbal languages for they have a great effect on it, and it also talks as verbal communication does.
Oh, so if you have confidence and authority, only if you are knowledgeable of the topic. Am I right?
Oh yes.
Thank you.
So, I believe the speaker's attitude toward himself, his listener, and the subject matter can also affect the projection as a speaker, right?
Yes. For if you don't have a purpose, the clarity of purpose, your topic would be in vain.
Content, structure, and style, I believe.
Well, context can be in the form of referential or relational.
So when you say referential, it contours on the topic, and when we say relational, it's the relationship with your listeners. Right?
Wow, you really did some research before interviewing.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
How about the last variable, ma'am?
We have the structure, and this will help your listeners to have a guide on what their topic is. And no, we have another, the style. The style is how you speak on your listeners. You should have your own. You should not imitate. Try not to imitate. Just be yourself.
So, the first two components are the speaker and the message. I believe that the receiver is the next.
You're forgetting one thing. It's very important. It is through channel or medium that you can pass through a message. For example, you can use languages, nonverbal actions to express yourself. And languages are sets of signs and symbols. And when words are not put into context, there will be no meaning at all.
So now I can focus on the listener component.
Yes. Well, as a listener, you should have a purpose. Why you attend such seminar, for example, and as a listener, you should also know on how to give feedback. Feedback may be in the form of a smile, gestures, anything to show that you're interested to the speaker itself. And these feedbacks can help the speaker to adjust to the listener's needs. Okay.